Hey everybody, Mr. Chris here. Hey, there's something I wanted to address. There was this phenomenon with two of my students, and I was working with one of them earlier today. Both of them are older guys, and both of them actually happen to be lawyers, so they have kind of type A personalities. And so what they were doing was they were practicing for extremely long periods of time, and they were working really hard on the muscles and squeezing too tight. And this was in the beginning, and both of them ended up calling me and having to stop temporarily. One of them picked it back up, the other one did not. And the reason why was that they injured their arms. They injured themselves by practicing too hard, too much, and wanting to be accomplished in a short amount of time. So what I want to say is this. Number one, when you play, the goal, in my opinion, ultimately is to play with a very light touch. A lot of people don't realize that you're not supposed to press the strings down so hard that they actually touch the wood. They're just supposed to be pressed down to the point where they stop buzzing. And you'll notice that if you have that situation where whenever you play a D chord, it never quite sounds in tune, although your guitar is in tune, it's most likely because you're squeezing way too hard. So my advice right now is lighten up on your touch always. Whenever you play, try to play with a much lighter touch, and it'll physically feel better. It takes time. If the guitar buzzes or you're not quite getting the sound out you want, it will come with time. And the speed also comes with time. It's much easier to go much faster with a lighter touch. You can't really like gorilla muscle your way through and expect to have speed. One of the things I was very impressed with early on, decades ago, I had the opportunity to see John McLaughlin. And that guy is amazing. And what I noticed about him was when his fingers were on the fretboard, you barely saw any movement at all, but all you heard was this insane rapid fire speed. So that comes with, I believe, a lot less tension and a lot more flow. So the big idea for today, the lesson that I want to get across to my students and for anybody out there watching, is to lighten up, man. Lighten up. Play with a lighter touch. Try to have a lot more finesse, especially in the beginning. It really matters what you do when you first start playing guitar, because those are the habits that you build over time. Always try to keep a curve, in your fingers. Don't let the fingers bend backwards for most of the chords you're going to be playing in the beginning there. And just play lighter. Just play lighter. And you don't have to practice for hours and hours and hours. That's actually a bad idea in the very beginning, because it's a physical activity and you have to build up, just like as if you were working out with weights or doing anything else physical. You can't just go out and instantly run 10 miles. You have to build up towards it. So the same thing with playing guitar. You're using your muscles, you're using your tendons, and you have to kind of build up for that. So that's the big word. Lighten up and have fun, all right?